Could we have the roll call, please?
Smith.
Here.
Clute.
Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Present. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're going to move on to the agenda approval. Before we approve the agenda, I'm going to move number 5, public forum, up above the Board of Adjustments. So other than that, I guess that's the only change that I have.
Move to approve the agenda with the change.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. All right, moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person, and please state your name and address for the record if we have someone from the audience. I am going to take the first opportunity for a public forum tonight because we have a group of young men with us here tonight, and they have another engagement here very shortly, so we're going to get with this. And we're kind of getting used to this. Last year we had a baseball team. Just recently, we had a hockey team, and now we have a basketball team. So we're kind of covering all, we're getting there, but we're covering all the sports. So I want to thank you guys very much for your effort, your work, and I'm going to say the most I'm thankful for is the respect that you showed to the public on TV, in person, whatever. There were times where you were down, but you were never out, and you didn't hang your head, you didn't stamp your feet, you didn't cause a scene or whatever, and that goes to you guys and the coaching staff. It starts with the coaching staff and comes down to you, but you did a very good job of representing your team, your school, and your community. And for that, we very much congratulate you and thank you. And so just to explain, they are the best team in basketball in the state of South Dakota. For 1 year, you still have work to do, all right? But for right now, you're the champs. Like my grandson yesterday, on the way to the school, he was saying, they're gonna win, they're gonna win. And I said, no, they have already won. Well, then they're state champs. It's like, yes, they are. So, again, thank you very much for everything you showed for our community.
Congrats, fellas. Nice job.
And I think Dan will probably take another picture of you or whatever. We have Tim, we have Spencer Staley, Trey Henderson, and okay, I'm not sure. I know that.
Dawson Schmidt.
Dawson Schmidt, okay. So, and Coach Jim Buddenhagen. So if you want to stand up, get together, take a picture, Ben will get a picture, and Tim's got the hardware.
You don't want to be in the picture?
I think he's just gonna.
Yeah.
I didn't play basketball anymore than I played hockey, so it's all congratulations.
Mayor, get down there. That's part of the deal.
That's part of the deal.
They're here to get the congrats to one city. So you guys gotta figure out how to make the whole height thing.
Yeah. Stand amongst the trees over there.
I'm not going. Stand up here. I'm not going.
What a great.
Yeah, it really is.
Who is that?
The smallest guys are sitting between us. We'll just sit down.
When's the next employee safety back?
Yeah.
That's not our OSHA flag.
Yeah.
I'll make sure not to get that picture.
And Blake, we're good?
I need you back.
We see you in that part. I'll stand up.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, smile or don't, whatever you choose. You can see me, I can see you, so that's a good thing. All right. Thank you.
We'll see you back here next year. Time to go to work.
We hope so.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, thank you.
What? They did mention on TV a couple times, they were Thomas T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good grief. Okay, moving on, I think Commissioner Clute has some public forum for us.
I do, thank you, Mayor. I think I lost my voice from yelling so loudly from my living room over the weekend, but I just want to announce on behalf of the group formerly known as NAMI, has changed their name because NAMI South Dakota disbanded. They are now called Mental Health Milestones, MHM, and they changed their meeting day to Mondays at 3 o'clock at Don't Spill the Beans. The other reminder I'd like to share is that tomorrow, the library will have a ribbon-cutting room dedication ceremony at 1 o'clock honoring Donald Urquhart, who left a sizable contribution to the library, and Mildred McEwen Jones, and that will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow at the public library. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else here for public forum? Seeing none, the City Commission adjourns to convene as the Board of Adjustments for the following public hearing. Consider conditional use permit request filed by Annette Bowen, 718 9th Street Southwest, to operate an Airbnb vacation rental home where where code requires a conditional use permit for this use, and copy of the vacation rental home license from the state must be provided in an area zone R2 one family residential district. Barry Cranston, our city planner.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, this was heard by the hearing examiner last week, and we had no opposition noted for this at all. Again, this is a continuation of our effort to get the Airbnb operators into compliance with our zoning code, and that was kind of again, this one was an unknown. The operator had no idea that she was needed to do some of these things, and so we're just getting everybody kind of on the right path here with us. So once we get the license, Annette will bring us the license, and then we'll set her up with an initial inspection, and then she'll go into the rental compliance program like we do with everybody else.
Sure.
So we'd recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. Oops.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Cranston? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Roberts.
Aye. The
Hey,
board of,
Annette, just stop in when you get a chance with that license, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
sorry, I didn't see you back there. Okay, the Board of Adjustment adjourns to reconvene as the City Commission. Moving on to number 6, our consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the Commission at one time without discussion, unless a member of the Commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. Our consent agenda consists of 6.1 minutes of March 16th, 2026. 6.2, set April 4th, 2026 as a public hearing date for retail on-off sale wine and cider alcoholic beverage license for 1904 Remnant LLC, 266 Dakota Avenue South. 6.3, payment of the bills.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Roberts.
Aye. Moving on to bid quote items. 7.1, consider approval of the 2026 lease agreement with NB Golf LC for 30 new golf carts. Commissioner Bragg, you got any insight on that?
Sure, this is just periodically, when the contract comes up, we renew and refresh with new carts again. So I think the ones that were coming off were probably 3 years, I think, all in. This is starting a new contract, so then he'll just rotate in the ones that we've had will become what we call the tournament or the overflow carts, and these new carts will go in and be the primary carts that you use when you come out.
Okay.
So not changing the total number of carts, just refreshing some that
Sure.
expired.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Any questions, comments?
I have
Yes.
just a quick question for Commissioner Bragg. Did you notice any major increase on those leases? Did it go up substantially?
And I don't know substantially, but it did.
So I think they were like a 4-year lease, weren't they? So
Yeah, this one I think was
Anticipate
a 4-year was too, and I think it increased like $12 million or something.
Yeah, it was not much up from the ones that we just did last year. It was pretty similar to that, but
These ones are, talking to Ben, excuse me for interrupting, they're new cards. So, we had not used, but older cards.
Yeah.
These are all new.
yeah, so because I would not say significant though. As per normal, it went up, but this wasn't a big jump. And as we talked about in the past, we've been trying to rent overall more carts. You said he brought us to our total of 54. I think there's still 2 tournaments throughout the year that are big enough that both courses, the country club and Broadland, are using so many that we'll have to do tournament carts, but we used to do tournament carts quite frequently throughout the summer. And so now doing it this way, overall, our cost is actually lower. And the course has been busy enough that a lot of times we have more than 30 carts out on a regular weekend too. So it's worked out both ways, both for tournaments and for regular play.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. 7.2, consider agreement to purchase the ARC GIS from ESRI and agreement with the DGR for training and data mitigation, and authorize the city engineer to sign. And I know the city engineer's been working on this for a while, so you want to fill us in?
All right, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, some acronyms there, right? Provided a 2-page memo here to just kind of explain what GIS is and what it is to the city of Huron and how we've been using it. And then with our current setup of GIS, some of the limitations that we've ran into recently. And so with that, we've looked at other surrounding communities and what they're doing, and we want to go the same direction. And that's basically managing our own GIS platform through ArcGIS, which is from the company Esri, as they call themselves. And Chad Borgen has been working on this heavy too, because he's got a major part of it also. Fortunately, we've been able to find an avenue to do this to where we can do it within the same budget amount, within the budget of what we had for our current GIS platform. And if you're looking at that memo on the second page there, it discusses that we spend about $14,000 annually on the current provider. They do the management of our GIS. We are looking to license this for about $4,000 a year. We are looking for another $3,600 of internet service upgrade, likely going to be needed for City Hall. That'd be the per month. That's about $300 per month is what that comes out to be additional. And then there's $5,000 of training support to train our current staff on using the program. And so that $5,000 would go away after this year, and then moving forward, we'd be looking at the $4,000 licensing fee plus $3,600 for the internet service. So we're looking still about $8,000, which is still significantly less than the $14,000 we're spending per year. Plus, with this, we control our own data. We can do a lot more with it. We can bring in more departments. That is our intent, to bring in the planning department so that they can use GIS. Did provide a link to the City of Sioux Falls GIS for a preview of the possibilities. We won't be there for a few years, obviously, but you can do a lot. Chad Schroeder's group with Parks and Rec, they need to work on the tree inventory. And so this can all be rolled in, and we can do all this together. As it becomes, more and more departments become using it and affiliated with it, it will take more time, and we'll deal with that as that comes, you know, for the management of that data. But right now, we think this is the best foot forward, and we're just asking for approval to basically change from our current program to a different program, all within budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any other questions, or?
This did come through cap assets
Yep.
and was approved as well.
Anything else? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Roberts.
Aye. Thank you, Brett. Moving on to departmental items, 8.1, the yard waste pickup schedule, and Commissioner Clute may have some new stuff for us.
Thank you. It's that time of year. Green containers are going to be picked up starting April 1st. Just want to make note that the first 3 pickups will all occur on Wednesday for the entire community, which is a little different. So April 1st, April 8th, and the 15th, all of which are Wednesdays, will be the entire city's green container yard pickup waste. Then, starting the week of April 20th, we will begin picking up the green containers on your regular garbage day. So we'll continue to announce that, and if you have any questions, as always, you can call Solid Waste at 353-8542.
All right, thank you. All right, we're gonna move into a work session now, and this will be on urban, we've labeled it Urban Redevelopment Project. And I'm going to, we have, on a Teams meeting, we have with us our legal counsel, Aaron Scheibe, and we have with us Meyer Properties, we have John and Ryan Meyer, is that correct, Ryan? Okay, and we have Crystal in the back here with us, property manager, I'm gonna say, for the Huron area. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over to Barry Cranston, and he's been working with these folks for a while.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Yes, this is a meeting to make sure that we've got everybody on the right sheet of music, so to speak, with urban redevelopment projects. These are a little bit different, and Aaron, please feel free to jump in here at any time. These are slightly different, you know, when we've been doing TIFs as of late, have been kind of captivating our attention lately, and these are similar but different in that they are not quite as, the laws that are surrounding these types of projects are a little different than the economic development aspects that go into using a tax increment finance district. And so these urban renewal districts, well, we have some references in our local ordinances here. It's not a rounded out full development